Welcome back to our channel. Today, we uncover the heartbreaking yet captivating tale of two Hollywood legends, Patricia Neal and Gary Cooper. Patricia Neal, known for her incredible talent and Academy Award-winning performances, was one of the most celebrated actresses of her time. Gary Cooper, with his dashing charm and timeless appeal, was a leading man who captured the hearts of millions. But behind the glitz and glamour, their love story was filled with passion, scandal, and heartache. From their initial meeting on the set of the Fountainhead to the challenges that tore them apart, this is a story of love, loss, and resilience. Join us as we delve into the most tragic love story Hollywood has ever seen. Patricia Neal's story begins in a now-vanished coal mining town, a place where the grit of the earth mirrored the determination of its people. She grew up in a working-class family steeped in blue-collar roots, and this modest upbringing would go on to shape her identity and performances in remarkable ways. Life was challenging, with grueling work shifts and the harsh realities of the Great Depression shaping the community's strength. It was in this environment that Patricia developed her resilience and grit, qualities that would later define her as an actress. Patricia's performances were raw and authentic, shaped by the struggles she witnessed growing up in a hardworking community. From a young age, Patricia displayed a natural gift for storytelling. At local church gatherings, she would recite soliloquies with such conviction and emotional depth that audiences often sat in stunned silence. One older member of the congregation reportedly said, "That girl can make you believe every word she says." These early performances were not just a pastime. They were a glimpse into the remarkable talent that would one day captivate Hollywood. As a young girl in Knoxville, Tennessee, Patricia's gift for storytelling became apparent. She wasn't just another child reciting lines. She brought an uncommon depth to her performances, reciting soliloquies at church and community gatherings as if she had already discovered her calling. These early moments weren't mere hobbies. They were the sparks of a lifelong passion for acting. Her parents, recognizing her talent and drive, played a pivotal role in nurturing her dreams. At just 12 years old, Patricia began formal acting lessons, a gift from her parents that would prove to be a turning point. Under the guidance of Emily Mahon Faust, a local teacher who may not have been classically trained but had an undeniable influence, Patricia began to mold her natural talent. This mentorship laid the foundation for her artistry. Later, her journey brought her under the wing of Alvin Krauss, her college drama coach. Krauss didn't just teach her about theater. He became a guiding force, helping her channel her raw talent into polished performances. Together, these early mentors helped transform Patricia from a passionate young dreamer into a performer capable of commanding the stage with poise and grace. Patricia Neal's journey into the limelight was nothing short of extraordinary, a story that continues to inspire fans and artists alike. Her career began humbly, with summer theater work in Pennsylvania. These small yet significant performances provided her with invaluable experience and showcased her raw talent, drawing attention to her undeniable potential. From the quiet stages of summer stock to the bustling theater scene in New York, Patricia steadily climbed the ladder of success. It was here that she landed her first major role as an understudy, a position that may have seemed modest at the time, but laid the groundwork for her meteoric rise. Patricia Neal's early days in New York were a whirlwind of challenges and triumphs as she navigated the demanding world of theater. Landing her first role as an understudy might have seemed like a small step, but for Patricia, it was a critical opportunity to observe and learn from seasoned performers. When the moment finally came for her to step into the spotlight as a lead, she was both nervous and exhilarated. She later recalled the overwhelming emotion of that first performance, describing the rush of adrenaline and the deafening applause that followed. "It was as if I had found where I truly belonged," she said, reflecting on her breakthrough. Critics and fans admired Patricia's seamless transition from stage to Hollywood, a rare accomplishment that set her apart from many contemporaries. New York City, a hub for dreamers and creators, proved to be Patricia's launchpad. Her performances quickly garnered the attention of prominent figures in the theater world. Among them was Lillian Hellman, the celebrated playwright and one of the most influential figures of her era. Recognizing Patricia's exceptional talent, Hellman cast her in Another Part of the Forest. Patricia's performance was nothing short of spellbinding, earning her a Tony Award and the Drama Critics Circle Award. At just 20 years old, Patricia had achieved what many seasoned actors could only dream of, and the theater world buzzed with excitement over the arrival of this new star. When Patricia transitioned to Hollywood, fans and critics eagerly anticipated her big screen debut. She did not disappoint. Over the next 4 years, Patricia showcased her versatility in a series of memorable films. Among them was The Fountainhead, where she starred opposite Gary Cooper. The film's intense chemistry and dramatic storyline made waves in Hollywood, with Patricia's performance becoming a focal point for praise. Her collaboration with Cooper, both on screen and behind the scenes, became a subject of fascination for the media and the public alike, further elevating her profile. The 1950s and 1960s were a golden era for Patricia, as she became a household name with iconic roles in films like Brightleaf, Breakfast at Tiffany's, and HUD. Her portrayal of Alma Brown in HUD, opposite Paul Newman, left audiences in awe. The vulnerability and resilience she brought to the character resonated deeply, earning her an Academy Award for Best Actress in 1963. Fans flooded theaters to witness Patricia's stunning performance, while critics heralded it as a masterclass in acting. The media was equally captivated by Patricia's rise. Headlines celebrated her as a force to be reckoned with in Hollywood, praising her ability to seamlessly move between genres and mediums. Fan reactions poured in from around the world, with letters and messages expressing admiration for her talent and grace. Her acceptance speech at the Oscars that year became a moment of triumph, inspiring countless young actors who dreamed of following in her footsteps. Patricia Neal's life took a dramatic turn in 1953 when she married the celebrated children's author Roald Dahl. While many saw this union as a meeting of two brilliant minds, one a Hollywood icon and the other a literary genius, their marriage would unfold as a story filled with both joy and profound sorrow. Together they built a family, welcoming 5 children into their lives. For Patricia, motherhood was not just a role, it was a cherished part of her identity. Despite her demanding career, she embraced family life with warmth and dedication, creating a balance that few in Hollywood could manage. However, this picture-perfect life was soon shadowed by unimaginable tragedy. In 1960, their infant son Theo suffered life-threatening injuries in a devastating accident. Struck by a taxi while in his carriage, Theo's recovery was long and grueling, requiring extensive medical care and rehabilitation. Patricia, already balancing the pressures of her career and family, now faced the emotional and physical toll of caring for her son. The ordeal tested the family's strength, yet Patricia's resilience became a beacon for those around her. Tragedy struck again in 1962 with the loss of their daughter Olivia to measles encephalitis at just 7 years old. This heartbreak was a defining moment in Patricia's life. Olivia's death left an indelible scar, one that Patricia carried silently even as she continued to perform on stage and screen. Fans and colleagues admired her ability to persevere, often unaware of the pain she bore behind her radiant smile. As if these hardships weren't enough, Patricia faced yet another personal battle. While pregnant with her fifth child in 1965, she suffered 3 debilitating strokes that left her partially paralyzed and unable to speak. The world held its breath, fearing that this might mark the end of her illustrious career. News outlets speculated about her survival, with some prematurely publishing obituaries. Yet Patricia defied all expectations. Her sheer determination and years of rehabilitation saw her return not only to life, but to the profession she loved so deeply. What made Patricia's story even more remarkable was her ability to channel her pain into her art. Just a few years after her stroke, she earned an Academy Award nomination for her performance in The Subject Was Roses. This achievement was a testament to her unbreakable spirit and her unwavering commitment to her craft. Fans were in awe of her comeback, flooding theaters to support her work and praising her as a symbol of perseverance and strength. Patricia Neal and Gary Cooper's love story is one that has captivated audiences for decades. A tale of passion, secrecy, and heartbreak that unfolded against the backdrop of Hollywood's golden age. Their connection began on the set of The Fountainhead, a film whose themes of power and desire mirrored the intensity of their relationship. At first, Gary Cooper, a seasoned star, was skeptical of Patricia, the rising talent cast alongside him. But as the cameras rolled, their on-screen chemistry grew undeniable, igniting a real-life romance that would forever change them both. For fans and the press, the tension between the two stars was palpable. Audiences flocked to theaters, mesmerized by their fiery performances. Behind the scenes, Patricia and Gary's bond deepened. Patricia, in her mid-20s, found herself drawn to Gary's charm, intellect, and undeniable presence, while he was captivated by her wit, confidence, and youthful energy. Their love seemed like something out of a Hollywood script, intense, forbidden, and deeply passionate. Yet the reality was far from glamorous. Cooper was married to Veronica "Rocky" Balfe, a high society woman who presented the image of a perfect Hollywood wife. Despite his feelings for Patricia, Gary felt trapped between his public image and his private desires. Their relationship was kept in the shadows, with secret meetings and hushed conversations. The atmosphere on the set of The Fountainhead was intense, with the growing connection between Patricia and Gary becoming impossible to ignore. The crew couldn't help but notice the undeniable chemistry between the two leads as they rehearsed their scenes. You could feel the sparks in the air, one crew member later recalled. During breaks, their interactions, though subtle, didn't go unnoticed. Shared glances, lingering conversations, and moments of quiet laughter that hinted at a deeper connection. One imagined exchange behind the scenes might have been Gary teasing Patricia about her delivery of a line, only for her to playfully retort, "I'll perfect my lines if you perfect your charm." These small interactions, though innocuous to some, became the talk of the set, fueling rumors among those who witnessed their growing closeness. When whispers of their affair began to surface, the media and fans were quick to pounce. Gossip columns speculated about their relationship, running sensational headlines that hinted at scandal without concrete proof. Fans were divided. Some admired the fiery passion that seemed to spill over from the screen, while others criticized Gary for betraying his clean-cut image and his marriage to Rocky. Critics, too, chimed in, with some suggesting that the raw emotion in The Fountainhead was no act but a reflection of their real-life feelings. The press fed off the drama, painting Patricia as a young starlet caught in the throes of forbidden love, and Gary as a conflicted leading man torn between desire and duty. Gary Cooper's internal struggle was as dramatic as any Hollywood script. Despite his deep feelings for Patricia, he was acutely aware of the consequences their affair could have on both their careers and his family. As much as he wanted to follow his heart, Gary couldn't ignore the weight of his public image or the expectations tied to his marriage to Veronica Rocky Balfe. Those close to him described sleepless nights where Gary wrestled with his emotions, torn between the love he felt for Patricia and the guilt that came with it. His charm and confidence on screen masked the turmoil he faced in private, a man caught in the crossfire of his own heart. Rumors of their romance quickly spread, sparking debates among fans and a media frenzy that followed their every move. While some fans were enthralled by the drama, others expressed disappointment in Cooper, whose clean-cut image began to show cracks. The affair took a devastating turn when Patricia discovered she was pregnant. In the conservative 1950s, a scandal like this could destroy both their careers. Under immense pressure from Gary, Patricia made the heartbreaking decision to terminate the pregnancy. The aftermath left her emotionally shattered, and she later admitted that the decision haunted her for the rest of her life. Media coverage at the time remained speculative, with no confirmation of the pregnancy, but fans could sense the strain in Patricia's performances and public appearances. Despite their love, the pressures of Hollywood and societal expectations proved too much. Gary ultimately chose to remain with Rocky, leaving Patricia heartbroken. The end of their relationship was as secretive as its beginning, but the emotional scars lingered. Fans rallied around Patricia, admiring her strength as she continued to deliver unforgettable performances, even as she privately dealt with immense grief. Gary, too, maintained his legendary status, though his affair with Patricia became one of the most whispered-about stories in Hollywood's history. Patricia Neal's life was one of remarkable triumphs and devastating tragedies, a journey that showcased the resilience of the human spirit. Among the most heart-wrenching moments of her life was the loss of her beloved daughter, Olivia, to measles encephalitis. For any parent, the death of a child is a pain that words cannot capture, and for Patricia, this loss was a profound and lasting wound. Fans and friends alike admired her strength during this unimaginably difficult time. But behind her radiant smile was a mother mourning the irreplaceable loss of her child. In 1965, tragedy struck again when Patricia suffered a series of massive strokes while pregnant with her fifth child. The strokes left her partially paralyzed and unable to speak, a devastating blow to an actress whose voice and presence were her greatest tools. News of her condition sent shockwaves through Hollywood and beyond, with many fearing that Patricia would never recover. Newspapers, in their rush to report the grim prognosis, prematurely published obituaries, leading to widespread speculation about her fate. For her fans, it was an emotional roller coaster. Letters and messages of support poured in from across the globe, with countless individuals praying for her recovery. Media outlets followed her journey closely, highlighting her incredible courage and determination to overcome the odds. Patricia's story became a rallying cry for resilience, with her fans rooting for her every step of the way. What happened next was nothing short of miraculous. Through grueling rehabilitation, Patricia fought to regain control of her body and voice. It was a slow and painful process, but she refused to give up. Her perseverance inspired not only those in her inner circle, but also her millions of admirers who saw her as a symbol of hope. When Patricia made her triumphant return to the screen, in The Subject Was Roses, it was a moment that sent waves of emotion through Hollywood. Critics hailed her performance as nothing less than extraordinary, with many noting the emotional depth and authenticity she brought to the role. The fact that she had endured such immense personal and physical struggles made her performance all the more powerful. Fans flocked to theaters, not just to see Patricia Neal the actress, but to celebrate Patricia Neal the survivor. Social media, fan clubs, and press columns were abuzz with admiration, calling her comeback one of the most inspiring stories in entertainment history. Patricia Neal's passing at the age of 84 was a somber moment for Hollywood and the countless fans who admired her. She died peacefully at her home in Edgartown, Massachusetts, following a brave battle with lung cancer. The news of her death, announced by her family, struck a deep chord with audiences worldwide as the world bid farewell to an actress who embodied resilience, grace, and talent. The public's reaction was immediate and heartfelt. Social media platforms were flooded with tributes from fans who shared their favorite moments from Patricia's illustrious career. Memorable performances in films like HUD, The Fountainhead, and The Subject Was Roses were praised for their emotional depth and authenticity. Fans spoke of how Patricia's characters often felt like a reflection of real life, complex, vulnerable, and deeply human. One fan wrote, "She wasn't just acting, she was living those roles, and through her, we live them too." The media paid its respects with glowing retrospectives of Patricia's life and career. Headlines celebrated her as a Hollywood icon who overcame immense personal challenges to leave an indelible mark on the entertainment industry. Documentaries and news segments revisited her rise from a small coal mining town to the glittering heights of Hollywood's golden age. They highlighted her trailblazing spirit, her Oscar-winning performance in HUD, and her legendary comeback after surviving 3 debilitating strokes. Patricia's story wasn't just about fame, it was about perseverance, a theme that resonated deeply with viewers. Fellow actors, directors, and industry figures also joined in honoring Patricia's legacy. Social media posts from her colleagues described her as a generous performer who elevated every project she was part of. Meryl Streep called her an actress who could bring poetry to pain and grace to struggle. These tributes painted a picture of a woman who wasn't just a star, but also a source of inspiration for those who worked with her. Patricia's family, in their heartfelt announcement, emphasized her warmth, strength, and dedication to both her craft and her loved ones. They described her as a woman who lived life fully, embracing its joys and facing its challenges with unparalleled courage. Their words offered a glimpse into the personal side of a woman who had captivated audiences for decades. As the news spread, fans organized memorial screenings of Patricia's films in cities across the globe. These events became gatherings where people shared stories of how her performances had touched their lives. One attendee shared, "Patricia Neal taught us that beauty lies in strength, and her legacy will never be forgotten." Gary Cooper remains one of Hollywood's most enduring icons, a name synonymous with charm and classic stardom. Yet when we think about the legacy of Patricia Neal, we see a story that goes far beyond the glitz of Hollywood. Her journey, marked by awe-inspiring talent and extraordinary resilience, stands as one of the most powerful narratives in entertainment history. Patricia wasn't just a brilliant actress. She was a symbol of what it means to rise above life's most daunting challenges. From her Oscar-winning role in HUD to her unforgettable performances in The Subject Was Roses and The Fountainhead, Patricia left an indelible mark on Hollywood's golden age. Audiences were captivated by her ability to bring authenticity and complexity to her characters, making every scene feel deeply personal. Critics marveled at her nuanced performances, and fans adored her for her ability to connect with them on an emotional level. Her artistry wasn't about perfection, it was about truth. Every gesture, every glance, every word she spoke on screen resonated with audiences, leaving them in awe of her immense talent. However, Patricia Neal's legacy isn't just about her brilliance as an actress. It's about her unyielding strength. Her life was a roller coaster of triumphs and tragedies. Fans still recall the heartbreaking headlines of her devastating strokes in 1965, which left her partially paralyzed and unable to speak. The world held its breath, fearing it might never see her on the screen again. Yet Patricia defied all odds, enduring grueling rehabilitation and making one of the most inspiring comebacks in Hollywood history. Her performance in The Subject Was Roses, which earned her an Academy Award nomination, was nothing short of triumphant. Fans flooded theaters to witness her incredible return, and social media, though decades away, would have undoubtedly buzzed with hashtags celebrating her resilience. Instead, fans wrote letters, sent flowers, and expressed their admiration in any way they could, showing Patricia that her journey meant as much to them as it did to her. The media, too, played a significant role in cementing Patricia's legacy. Headlines lauded her as the woman who wouldn't give up, a symbol of courage and determination in an industry often more focused on beauty than substance. Documentaries and retrospectives highlighted her strength, while interviews with Patricia revealed the heart of a woman who never lost her love for life or her craft. Even today, Patricia's legacy continues to inspire. Fans share her films with new generations, praising her ability to portray life's complexities with raw emotion. Hollywood insiders often cite her as a pioneer, someone who redefined what it meant to be a leading lady by embodying intelligence, vulnerability, and strength all at once. And so the love story of Patricia Neal and Gary Cooper remains one of the most bittersweet chapters in Hollywood history. Their romance, marked by profound passion and immense sorrow, reflects the struggles of two extraordinary individuals navigating fame and forbidden love. Patricia's strength and Gary's charm left an indelible mark on the world, but their story also serves as a poignant reminder of the complexities of life and love. If you found their journey as moving as we did, don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more captivating Hollywood stories, and join us next time for another tale from the golden age of cinema. Thank you for watching.